we're going to again leave 1 block gaps. And on this last wall, we are only going to place down 2. I leave this center open, that way it's kind of symmetrical. But this really has absolutely no rhyme or reason. Like, that's not the front of the farm. You can literally choose whatever direction you want to flow the water. But yeah. So once we have all of our workstations in place, we're going to place down a torch in the center of the room, and we are now ready to get our villagers in here. You only need to get 2 villagers inside of the farm, and then we can go ahead and breed them up. And actually, getting villagers into this farm has never been simpler because you can now put a lead on a boat, allowing you to transport both 2 villagers at once and not having to use stupid pistons to get everywhere. So we are now just going to drop down here and bring them into our little enclosure, and we're just going to bring them down here. Oh, threw them right at my face. Go ahead and disengage that lead. We can go ahead and remove the boat. From here now, they are going to turn into Fletchers, and if we go ahead and give them some potatoes, they are actually going to breed. So for now, I'm just going to give them 2 stacks of potatoes. Realistically, you're going to need more, but they will eventually start breeding. They're going to have a baby, then we'll have 3 villagers, then 4, then 5, then 8, then 20, eventually. So we're just going to breed these guys up until we have 20 villagers. And as long as you don't give them over 8 stacks of crops, they are eventually going to breed, and if you give them some space, things tend to work out, because I do believe they genuinely do get distracted if you are nearby. But as you can see, they both agree, and now we have a baby villager running around. So I'm going to get 20 villagers in here, but honestly, you can just let them breed while you continue building the farm. And truthfully, I'm just going to let them keep breeding and continue working on the farm, because if there are less than 20 villagers in the farm, that means that iron golems won't spawn, and that is going to make building a little bit easier. So the next thing we're going to do is pick the front of the farm and place down 2 hoppers like this. I've chosen to take a look at my trailer and my garden, so I think this is going to be the front of my farm. From here, I'm going to grab glass and create a giant glass wall that is going to be 3 blocks. Blocks tall for now, and then I'm going to grab my leaves, and I am going to place down leaves going all the way around, leaving a 1-block gap in between the glass and the leaves. So yeah, we're just gonna let them do their thing, and we're gonna move on now. So once you have your leaves being 3 blocks tall, and same with your glass, we're gonna grab our observers now and place down observers going in between these slots right here. Now, if you're wondering what the block choice for the walls is, it is actually very well thought out. This is a 9x9 spawn platform for the iron golems, and by having the entire wall be made out of transparent blocks, we're basically upsizing it to an 11x11 platform, but again, only 9x9 being spawnable. But if these were a regular block, like cobblestone or dirt, then the actual spawn platform would be brought 1 block in, it would only be a 7x7. So this is extremely important that we replace the walls with leaves, and in the front here, observers are transparent blocks that won't catch fire. Glass is a transparent block that won't catch fire, but personally, I think that the observers just kind of border the glass and kind of make everything look a little bit cooler. Alright, rant over. Now, the great thing about breeding them is that they actually won't start spawning iron golems until you have adult villagers that are working. So for now, we're just going to have cats spawning. So if you don't want to kill cats, then you should tame these 5 and bring them somewhere else in the farm, because we are going to tame 5 cats so that only iron golems spawn. But if you don't want to like try and lead these guys out, or if you do want to try and lead them out and not kill them, then go right ahead. But if you don't necessarily care, I guess, then you can kill them. I know some people really hate killing the cats, so I tried to give you guys an out there. But for now, we're just going to cover up that entire area so we have a nice flat spawn platform. We're then going to grab our signs, and we're going to place down a sign on the second glass, a sign right here, a sign right here, a sign right here. Here, and then a sign right here, so that we have a fully encapsulated space so that we can place down a lava bucket, and that is going to be what we're using to kill off the iron golems. The next thing we want to do is get out of the farm, and now you have 2 options. You can either use something like a cobblestone wall, something not flammable, and wrap your entire farm in that, or we can build this 1 block higher, which I would do anyways because it kind of looks nicer. But once we build this 1 block taller, we're actually going to put a wooden fence going around the top, and that is going to keep things from falling in, like the pig. And that actually does matter, because that pig is going to stand on that hopper and it's going to delay the iron golems from spawning inside of the farm. So it is important that we actually do keep mobs out. And I mean, you guys haven't seen the time lapse yet, but I did accidentally have 2 chickens fall in, and I do believe that they affected the rates slightly. So this fence is important. Once you have the fence in place, we're ready to hop inside of the farm now, and unfortunately this pig has got to go. Again, if you care about the cats, you should probably lead them out now. We're going to place down 4 blocks on the edge, 3 blocks, 2 blocks, 1 block. Same thing over here, 4 blocks, 3 blocks, 2 blocks, 1 block. We can now place down a water bucket in both corners of the farm, and then we can go ahead and remove all of the blocks that are supporting the water, because after you have flown the water, these blocks are actually just taking up valuable space on the spawn platform. So now we officially have a 9 by spawn platform. And yeah, if you want to get the cat out now, we're going to build an AFK room, and then we can actually just push them through. And on the outside of the farm, next to the glass, we're going to dig out a 3x3 square here, but in fact, we can actually just leave the roof, because I realized we're going to leave that anyways. So we're going to leave a 2-block gap in line with the lava, and then we're going to dig down 3 blocks. So we can have a 2-block roof here, and then dig over. That's going to be our chest, and we're going to dig out this area here.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
That we can see the iron golems dying, just make our AFK room a little bit more fancy. It's very important that this room is no taller than 2 blocks, or 2.5 blocks, so you could replace the ceiling with slabs if you wanted, but as soon as it becomes 3 blocks tall, you are then allowing iron golems to spawn inside this room with you. We're going to place down a chest right there, and let's just get rid of this while we're down here and make it a little bit nicer with a cobblestone floor. I say nicer, but then I use cobblestone. That's a bit of an oxymoron, but I actually kind of like the way that cobblestone looks. And then the last thing we have to do is throw a ladder and a trapdoor, which I guess were the only things I didn't grab for the farm. So we're going to place down 2 ladders, and on the top here, we're going to place down a trapdoor. That way you're nice and safe when you go ahead and AFK.